Woo pig suey! Yes, sir! It's that day, and that's right. Today, week 5 of the college football season, the Arkansas Razorbacks take on the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, as everybody knows, I'm a Georgia Tech fan, and I can't stand the Bulldogs. And this week, I'm excited to be pulling for the amazing Cinderella story that's going on in college football. So, we all know the story with Arkansas. They haven't won a freaking game in like 3 years. SEC game in like 3 years. Sam Pittman comes in, brand new head coach, never been a head coach before, and he's immediately got him ranked in the top 10. That's nothing short of amazing, what he's been able to do at Arkansas. And people keep underestimating Arkansas every week. Texas was a big favorite, blew them out. Texas A&M was a favorite, handled them no problem, and even covered the spread. And now, 18.5-point underdog to Georgia? Well, I don't care what you say. I don't care what trash talk I'm doing. Georgia's not covering 18.5 points against Arkansas. Arkansas is legitimately really good. So, if you want free money, take Arkansas on the points. But if you want to lose money, listen to C-Dog about betting advice. So anyway, Arkansas, man, the Pigs. I am so excited for them to come into Athens and get an amazing win today and become probably the number 2 team in the country. Because we all know it's coming at some point, right? It's the Georgia Bulldogs. It's got to be coming at some point, right? It's the same situation every year. Every year is the year of the dog. Since 1981? 1980? Yeah. Every year's been the year of the dog for 41 years. And this year's no different. They're going to get upset at some point. Georgia fans just are so smug and arrogant and act like that they're untouchable, like they're going to beat Arkansas no problem. Let me tell you something. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Georgia could win, but they'll win by a bit. Arkansas is really good, and it's not going to be a shame if you take them to the wire, okay? I'm not so sure anybody could blow out Arkansas this year. The line between the elite teams and the kind of lesser teams has been blurred a lot this year, and for some reason, Georgia fans think that they're untouchable and they're just not. Come on. You play Clemson. Clemson's terrible. South Carolina's terrible. UAB terrible. Yes, you've blown out a bunch of crappy teams. There's been plenty of teams that are supposedly elite that have blown out crappy teams and then ride the struggle bus against like middle-of-the-road ACC teams or something like that. Well, this is a really good freaking Arkansas team. And I'll tell you what, this is not going to be an easy win for the Georgia Bulldogs. Okay? It's at noon for some reason. You got college game day there. The Pigs are hungry, man. They're hungry. They're scrappy underdogs. And they have something to prove. And I'll tell you what, they're going to freaking come up there and put the hurt on the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs are not going to see it coming because you sit so high up on your mountain, think you're untouchable, you get punched in the mouth. And it happens over and over, and I don't know what the problem with Georgia fans is. They have some kind of, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. They do the same thing every year. They act like they're all this and all that and bark loudly and talk like, man, you guys ain't shit. Georgia Bulldogs suck, man. You always do. And you laugh at me for pulling for your team against you every week. Well, guess what? My second favorite team, whoever's playing Georgia, undefeated since 1980. It's going to be no different this year. It'll be no different if Arkansas actually winds up losing. Because Georgia is not good enough to go undefeated. And they're not good enough to win the national championship. They're not gonna. Georgia Bulldogs suck. And let me and there's all this, okay. Georgia's got off a little bit easy on my channel lately because, I've been working and everything. I've been busy. I focus on my jackets in that case, so I'd love to make a hate video about Georgia every week and say how you're losing to UAB or Charleston Southern or whatever it is. But I just haven't had the time. And therefore, I haven't had the time to address the quarterback situation at Georgia. And it's hilarious to me how dominant Georgia has looked in their past few games, and they still cannot figure out the situation at quarterback. It's like they're holding themselves back. Well, Kirby is holding the team back from what they could be, and it's so funny to me how close they are to, breaking the barrier, beating Alabama, and it's stuff that they do to themselves. It's really, really funny to me. So I think I haven't given y'all enough hell about the quarterback situation. I said this coming up in the offseason. I was like, hey Bulldogs, pound puppies, mutts, whatever you want to call them. Athens Community College, Stetson Bennett's got 2 more years of eligibility. And they said, no way. We just had quarterback troubles last year, man. No way that Stetson Bennett ever sees the field again. He's not good. We got 3 5-stars sitting on the bench, man. We got JT Daniels, Carson Beck, Brock Bennett. They're all, man, they'll all see the field, and Stetson Bennett, it won't be any problem. He won't come in at all. Well, guess what? JT Daniels gets hurt like week 2 or something, and then he puts Stetson Bennett out there as the backup. What? This is hilarious to me. Stetson Bennett is my favorite Georgia player of all time, and it is hilarious to see them cry every single time. And you know what else is also funny? Is that the Georgia fans will cry and bitch about how they keep putting in Stetson Bennett. They did it all last year. And then he comes in and throws for 400 yards against UAB, and they're all like, oh, Stetson Bennett's pretty good. Hey, I agree. Stetson Bennett's great. You guys should start him. I totally agree. And so that's kind of what I've been thinking about Stetson Bennett. And you know what's funny? JT Daniels, well, not funny. I don't make fun of injuries. But, JT Daniels is hurt. It could be that we see JT Daniels go out this game, and one of 2 options, okay? One, Stetson Bennett will come in. That's the most likely option. Or 2, Brock Vandagriff or Carson Beck comes in, and they don't know what the hell they're doing because Stetson Bennett has been playing all of the backup reps in the entire year. And it is hilarious. And Stetson Bennett will throw it to Arkansas. If you think that you can put Stetson Bennett out there and he throws it to Arkansas 100 times a game, that you guys are going to easily defeat them, you got another thing coming, Bulldogs. Hogs by 100.